The music video for System of a Down's Aerials tells the story of a boy with an unusual facial deformity that gets him the attention of the world. The music video, and by extension the lyrics of the song, are a commentary on the business of Hollywood and how it affects the people within. For the sake of this video, I highly recommend seeing the music video and reading the lyrics of the song before watching this video, because it'll make it much easier to follow along. So now we can begin. The music video starts in a desert area with a gigantic circus tent, which might be a reference to the concept of the media circus, that is to say, the center of attention that is blown out of proportion. Even if this metaphor is just a coincidence, it fits with the rest of the video rather well. The child who is the main character of the video is hiding away from the foreground, as if to imply that he is trying to avoid the attention of the media circus, and then at the end of the intro he finally comes out and reveals himself to be a rather odd-looking child with a bizarre physical deformity. I think they gave the kid a physical deformity to exaggerate facial features to the point of grotesqueness, the reason for doing so being a possible commentary on Hollywood and how celebrities are notable for their physical features, almost as if to say that celebrities are themselves grotesque and they don't even know it. They are unnatural and inhuman just like this child is, the line between attractive and unattractive being a blur. We see the child living a life of fame and money, his face being plastered on every building in LA. Clearly this kid is being recognized or perhaps even exploited for his physical features. Of note are the women who are by his side throughout most of the video. The idea of women latching on to the kid plays only a minor role in the video, but there's a subtlety to these characters that probably goes unnoticed. The actresses playing these two characters change. This can mean one of two things. On the surface level, it could mean that these types of women who latch on to celebrities are just replaceable and are really just there to occupy space, and who happens to occupy that space is irrelevant. A little deeper than that, and you may notice that the two women who replace the first two women are significantly less attractive. This could mean, symbolically, that the child is starting to see the two women by his side for the ugliness of their person. That the women quite literally become uglier because the child is starting to see their true nature. In this scene, the child seems to make some sort of deal, almost as if he's signing his life away. He comes out of the building to an adoring paparazzi and shows notable disdain for them. He also is taken to some sort of fashion photographer who is obsessed with the child's image. It seems as though this character is exaggerated to make a point about fashion and celebrity image obsession. It's important to know that the child is never really given a personality in the music video because nobody recognizes him for his personality traits, but for his physical traits. We see him practically showering in money as he shows signs of happiness. It seems as though this deal he has made, where he has signed his life away from money, gave him very temporary happiness, and now he has to live his life in the limelight, never to be truly appreciated, but just to be seen as a physical object to adore. The final shot of the video is of the child laying down in the center of a sun symbol on the ground of the circus tent. He's stuck at the center of the media circus, lonely and depressed. The symbol of the sun is often used to represent that of high status, implying that he is at the top of the pyramid, so to speak. He is living famous and rich, but he got no happiness out of it. Ultimately, that is the point of the video, that having money and fame does not bring you happiness. The lyrics go hand in hand with this sentiment, but use metaphors to convey the same basic meaning. The lyrics refer to life as a waterfall, saying, "We're one in the river and one again after the fall," as if to imply that life is a chaotic downward spiral, and only before and after this big chaotic moment can we have peace. Whether they mean that we are incomplete in life and are only complete before we live and after we die, or whether they mean that we are incomplete in the middle portion of our life and are only complete in the early and later sections of our life, such as before we have to work and after we retire, I'm not sure, but it could easily be both. In the second verse, the line is changed to, "We drink from the river, then we turn around and put up our walls," which is probably suggesting that we as people partake in life only long enough to be able to shelter ourselves from others. The "we" of the song probably refers to the people who want to achieve success in life, and many people who become successful likely turn around and put up their walls in the sense that they hide away from obligations and just live with themselves and their money. They build a fortress in order to avoid having to contribute back to the river of life, aka help others to also become successful. When they sing, "Swimming through the void, we hear the word, we lose ourselves, but we find it all," it seems that finding it all is probably a reference to finding fame and fortune. We lose ourselves in the sense that we have to trade in our dignity and our happiness in order to get fame and fortune. The lyrics, "'Cause we are the ones that wanna play, always wanna go, but you never wanna stay," are referring to people in life who want to play the game, or in other words, risk everything in order to become rich and famous. They always want to go in the sense that they are never just happy with what they already have. "And we are the ones that wanna choose, always wanna play, but you never wanna lose." of course referring again to playing the game in the sense that everybody wants to become rich and famous, but nobody wants to or even considers the consequences of failure, or even worse, of success. Ariel seems to be a reference to that distant goal of fame and fortune that people like the child in the video seek. When you don't get fame and fortune, you free yourself from the consequences of having said fame and fortune. By losing, by not being able to reach the Ariels, you free your life. And when you open your mind, you gain the eternal prize, which is a much more fulfilling life. Ultimately, the song and video both tell a story about how having fame and fortune comes with its own consequences, that of depression and being stuck in your position, unable to avoid the spotlight and live freely. It's a warning tale about the price of trying to make it big, and how people who are set on becoming big should probably reconsider and realize just how good of a life they already have. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and if System of a Down ever end up seeing this video, which they probably won't, thanks for making a great music video, one of my all-time favorites. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe and all that stuff, because I've got many more videos like it coming soon.